Hi, folks. So one of the questions that I get sometimes from students is do containers have these wrinkled walls? You know, these walls that have so many folds in them. The reason is these containers have to resist a lot of stress on the vertical direction. So they have to be really, really resistant to heavy weight on top of them. And one way that you can make materials resist better the stress or weight force in a given direction is to have many folds in that same direction. So I'll give you an example. If you have a paper, simple paper like this, and you try to make the paper resist its own weight, it will not work. So what you can do to improve the resistance of the paper? Well, you can make, as you can see here, several folds on the paper. Then the paper starts to resist its own weight, and it can even resist the weight of another paper. Well, it can even resist the weight of another paper on top of it. Why? You have created some resistance in the horizontal direction. It's not as resistant anymore. And you have increased the resistance in this direction, the vertical direction. So with the same material, the same amount of material, same thickness, the same weight, you can improve resistance in one direction. So that's why the container walls are like this, because you have to pile up to 6 containers in a vessel or in the port, and they are all loaded with cargo inside. And the container on the base of this pile has to resist this enormous weight, and so the walls have to withstand this tremendous force. So that's why you use a folded sheet of metal. It's usually steel. It's easy to build, easy to weld. It's not that expensive. You can apply some treatment so it resists corrosion in the sea environment. And this is the perfect material for these containers. If you try to make a smooth surface to resist the same weight, with a smooth sheet of metal, you would need metal with a significant bigger thickness. So this would add a lot of weight for the container, and these containers have to be very light, otherwise you cannot carry so much cargo inside them in public roads because of the weight limitations. So that's why you have to use these folded walls. It's not only in containers that we use these folded walls. If you take a look inside of a cardboard box, you'll see that the cardboard is made of also of a wrinkled or a piece of paper. So you have a smooth surface on the inside and on the outside, kind of a sandwich. In the middle, you have a waved a piece of paper that will give more resistance to the cardboard. That can be applied to plastic. Also, you have some plastic sheets that have the same basic design. And in all cases, what you're trying to do is to make a more resistant piece of packing with less material or less weight, and so it's a kind of a compromise. You have to remember that these kind of packages, they are always more resistant in one direction. So that's why the cardboard boxes, usually they have pictograms, they have simple designs. One of these designs is usually an arrow or two arrows showing the direction that the card has to be transported and stored. So always remember to move and store the cardboard boxes in the same direction that the arrow is pointing. The arrow has always to be pointing up. So that way you can pile the boxes, and you can transport the boxes, and they will resist the stresses of transport and storage. Okay, thank you. Bye.